have a couple of recommendations that I would like to forward. I want us to start looking, we've been working with evidence-based models now for about 7 years at the city, and we find that we have seen, with partnership with Oasis Institute, we actually developed a model where we replaced senior volunteers that were trained for trained staff, and we actually got better outcomes. Dr. Wilbur evaluated our process and was actually, her quote was, "This is astonishing that it could be realized that way." So I think that we have to start looking at the opportunities of the aging population and saying, where are the skills that we need and how can we utilize some of these folks that want to come back to work maybe on a part-time basis to create these new offerings in that community, because we would get, I think, better results. I'm also looking, how do we make sure, in California, we're losing the aging network folks. Our programs and our funding is going away, and so we need to make sure that the aging network is there for the authorization when it occurs and for the future of this population. So there's a lot of work locally that we need to be doing, but I think that the Act also needs to talk about organizational need at the local level to AAAs as the conveners of the community. I think that that's what we're learning locally, that we need to be in lead to convene the greater provider networks, the advocacy networks, in order to create ensure that the voice of seniors is heard. We're also needing to look at the existing systems, and there has to be support in the Act because this requires staff support. How do we look at the existing systems that provide services in the community and begin to look at them in a different way? I've started to look at the opportunities that other systems bring to the table in trying to create an Aging and Disability Resource Center. I'll give you an example. Rather than going after the grant from the federal government, we actually decided that we were going to build one that would suit the needs of Los Angeles, rather than meeting one that would suit the needs of the federal government. And so in doing that, one of the things we discovered was that the resources were never going to be enough to meet the demands of our community. So our partners and how we looked at partners had to be very, very different. And so as a result, now we're partnering with public health, we're partnering with Social Security Administration, the public libraries. We're now in a partnership that's historic, 156 libraries working with the 2 AAAs as points of access in the community for information, which is what libraries do. And so begin to look, I think, at our environment and saying, where are the resources that the Aging Network has not tapped? And I think that that is part of the leadership that the Older Americans Act needs to bring to the local levels through the Aging Network. I think that this reauthorization discussion presents great opportunities. I look forward to the continuing dialogue with all of you at the local level. And I think that Los Angeles has a great opportunity to lead some major changes in the language that we will have to address over the next decade. So I look forward to working with all of you.